Hi, my name is Joshua Thomas. I'm an aerospace engineering student, and today I want to talk about how to approximate values of problems with irrational numbers, such as square root and pi. So first off, we know that the square root of 25 is 5. But what you have to do when you have a number that's not a perfect square is you have to approximate. So when you get the square root of 27, you know it's close to 5, but you know it's a little bit greater because when you look back to the problem we just did, the square root of 25 equals 5. And same when you go to the square root of 23. It's close to 5 but a little less. And so on the number line, the square root of 27 would be somewhere around here because we know that the square root, or 5 squared is 25. And so the square root of 27 would be a little bit above that, and so the square root of 23 on the number line would be around here, a little bit lower than 5. So when we move down to square root of 16, we know it's a perfect square again, and we know it's 4. So when we go to 15, we know it's close to 4, but a little less, and on the number line, we know it was right here, and when we go to square root of 18, we know it's close to 4, but a little bit more, and we know it's above 4, which is right there. And 9 is a perfect square also, and you know the square root of 9 is 3. And so from that you can approximate that the square root of 10 is close to 3, but a little bit more. And on the number line it would be here, and the square root of 8, like the others, is close to 3, but a little bit less, which on the number line would be right there. Whenever you have a triangle, you know that to find the hypotenuse you can use Pythagorean theorem, which is a squared plus b squared equals c squared, or in this case h squared. And so you know that your a and your b are both 2, so 2 squared plus 2 squared equals h squared, which is 2 squared is 4, so 4 plus 4 equals h squared, and that's 8 equals h squared. And from there, you know that the square root of 4 would equal h. So to approximate the number of square root of 4, you would look at, so the square root of 8 would equal h. And from that, we know that, then you look at the closest perfect square, or the lowest perfect square and the highest perfect square that's next to 8. So those would be 3 and 4. So then you know that it would be a little bit less than 3. The square root of 8 equals h. So the closest perfect squares to those are 2 and 3. So whenever you look at those, you know it's closer to 3 because the square root of, or 3 squared is 9. And that's how you find what square root of 8 is close to. And then as a rule, you mentally determine the closest known square to the root as an integer. Some of the most common mistakes is not finding the closest integer square to the root for the most approximate approximation, and incorrectly identifying the square root as a square or vice versa. Thank you for watching this video. Keep on learning.